Hello friends, today I will discuss on how to form REITs. REITs is Real Estate Investment Trust. This video is useful for developers of real estate and it is useful for those who want to make a career in real estate business. This I am speaking based on sebi Real Estate Investment Trust 2014. Now the parties involved in a REIT are sponsorer, trustee, manager and the investor. So there are career opportunities in basically three sectors, that is the, sponsorer, trustee and the manager of the REITs. Let us go into the first party, which is the sponsorer. The sponsorer means any person who sets up the REIT. Next is trust. Trustee means a person who holds the REIT asset in trust for the benefit of the unit holders in accordance with the regulations. So he is holding the assets for the benefit of unit holders and accordance with the regulations, that is sebi REITs regulation 2014. Next party is manager. Manager means a company or LLP or body corporate which is incorporated in India, which manages assets and investments of the REITs and undertakes operational activities of the REITs. So it is an LLP, company, body corporate which is incorporated in India and they manage the assets and investments of the REITs and also undertake operational activities of the REITs, that is the daily operational activity of the REITs. Next is the unit holder. Unit holder means a person who owns units in the REITs. Okay, now we will go to the application process. The conditions attached, the network conditions attached and the experience attached to each category. First, let us go into the sponsorer category, sponsorers. The application for sponsorer or sponsorers must be made to sebi as a financial intermediary. The regulations applicable are sebi REITs regulation 2014. Conditions attached to sponsorer. Each sponsorer shall hold or propose to hold not less than 5% of the number of units of the REITs on post initial offer basis. So the sponsorers must hold not less than 5% of the units on post issue basis. Net worth. Collective basis net worth of not less than 100 crores rupees. So the total net worth must be of 100 crores of all the sponsors taken together. But each sponsor has a net worth of not less than 20 crores. But each sponsor in that must hold not less than 20 crore experience. The experience should be not less than 5 years in development of real estate or fund management in the real estate industry. So the experience must be of 5 years in development of real estate or fund management in the real estate industry. Provided that where the sponsor is a developer, at least 2 projects of the sponsor must have been completed. So if the sponsor is a developer, then he must have completed 2 projects. Next, trust. The instrument of trust is in the form of a deed duly registered in India under the provisions of the Registration Act 1908. So the trust deed is executed between the sponsorer and the trustees. Next, the trustee is registered with the board under sebi debenture trustee regulation 1993. So the trust is registered with sebi and is not an associate of the sponsors or managers. So he is unrelated to both sponsorer as well as manager. So the trust deed is executed between the manager and the trustee. Next is the trust deed has its main objective as undertaking activity of REIT in accordance with these regulations and include responsibilities of the trustee. Next, the net worth required is mentioned in the sebi debenture trustee regulation 1993. The experience requirement for the becoming an trustee is mentioned in sebi debenture trustee regulation 1990. Next, the manager. The manager has entered into an investment management agreement with the trustee, which provides for the responsibilities of the manager in accordance with regulation 10. So agreement between the manager and the trustees are entered into, which provide for responsibilities of the manager. Next, net worth. The minimum net worth required is rupees 10 crores. Next is experience. The manager or its associates has not less than 5 years experience in fund management, advisory services and property management, in real estate industry or in development of real estate. Next, the manager has not less than two key persons who each have not less than 5 years experience in fund management or advisory services or property management, in the real estate industry or in development of real estate. Next is the investor. I will speak in detail about investors, where one can try and tap investors, how investors look at the real estate investment trust, what are the criteria that they look for before investing. I will prepare a detailed video on this. So based on this video, I find that there are career opportunities as a sponsorer, career opportunities as a trustee, and lastly career opportunities as manager of a REIT. Thank you friends. I prepare videos on financial intermediary